So July 4th is always such a fun time, but especially as college football fans, we don't have to wait until this evening for there to be fireworks, because it seems like every single year, some of the top prospects are making their collegiate decisions on this day, and today, there will be several big-name prospects making their college decisions. Right now, we have to talk about three-star interior offensive lineman RyQueze McElderry committing to the University of Alabama. We need to break down why this is such a great get and everything in between, but before we do, as always, you know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, Y for yes, N for no. Are you happy McElderry joins this Crimson Tide class? And let me know what you're thinking. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content, and you don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed this, like and comment down below. But having said that, let's jump right into this, because Alabama's class is one that, if you're asking me which classes I think could be the biggest risers in the month of July, you'd be hard-pressed not to state Alabama. With the Crimson Tide being involved in several top-tier battles, this is a battle they love to get, because not only did they flip a prospect from a rival SEC school in the Georgia Bulldogs, but they get to flip a prospect and keep him home because McElderry is from the state of Alabama. Furthermore, whenever we've talked about Alabama, the biggest question anybody has for next season revolves around the offensive line. And I know McElderry isn't going to be available to help Alabama's offensive line anytime soon, but it's this thought that they're continuing to get these guys in the trenches that they like. And at the end of the day, that's the biggest thing in all of this, because depending on where you look, McElderry is a 3 or a 4-star, but more importantly than stars is when a coaching staff identifies a guy that they think fits into their system and they've watched them dominate enough to where they want them a part of their class. We all know how Alabama recruits. Typically, these guys come into a camp process and have to prove themselves there. And if Nick Saban and the company are impressed by what McElderry did, well, I have no reason to doubt that he's someone that the Tide fan base should be excited about. First and foremost, his size alone is incredible for someone his age. 6'3", 320 plus pounds per 24/7 Sports. This is someone who looks to make their collegiate debut as an interior offensive lineman, and if you flip on his highlights, he is ferocious at the point of attack. Getting more pancakes than you can count, this is the type of individual that if you plug into your interior at the guard position, he's going to set the tone. And I already love what Alabama has in this class in terms of offensive line, as he joins Wilkin Formby, who's been recruiting at a high level for the Crimson Tide, and it's going to be interesting to see what other additions this staff can bring in. As new offensive line coach Eric Wolford, coming from Kentucky, was well thought of there, and if we look at his history, we've seen his statistical improvement at every stop he's had, so it's going to be a lot of fun to see what he's able to do with Alabama, but it's not taking long for him to show he means business. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you're thinking about this edition. I think it's awesome anytime you can add in an interior offensive lineman, especially the way Alabama goes about their recruiting, where they want to see you in person. And so at that point, whenever you're talking about these institutions that do this camp-style recruiting, stars are of far less importance because evaluations have taken place by the staff themselves. And that's not to say that stars don't mean anything. You'd love to get 5-star prospects, but at the end of the day, if the coaching staff feels like this is a guy they like, stars are of little importance to me. Can't wait to hear from y'all. That's it. See ya.